Hello, YouTube. This is One Legged Prepper, and I wanted to talk to you about John 14:15. Actually, John 14 altogether. Philip asked Yeshua, basically, Master, how can we see the Father? And Yeshua said, I have been with you. For how long? To see me, you see the Father. But most importantly, and I think this is where New Age Christians get into trouble, is verse 15. Yeshua said, if you love me, keep my commandments. The 10 commandments. The 2 great commandments. Basically, if you follow the 10 commandments, you will fulfill all of the 2 great commandments. If you follow the 2 commandments, you fulfill all 10 commandments. It's not either or, it's seeing how they work together. That is the meaning of faith. To see a need and go fix it, and not being part of the problem. Not being part of the problem. See, we as followers of Yeshua must strive to do 2 things. Have a testimony of Yeshua and to follow his commandments. Especially men as priests and leaders of their house. Especially men. We live in a fallen culture. I speak with a few pastors. And the biggest problem that modern Christianity has is they quickly fall back into their patterns of sin. Or as I in the last video called it, bag of sin. And that video proceeds back to when I was a Civil War reenactor. I love the fact that when I was a Union soldier. So in the South, please don't be offended. Because sometimes I had to galvanize and play a Confederate soldier for school events. So I was kind of like a border state. Whichever army we marched through, that is whatever flag we fold on the porch. It's being in Wisconsin and being a Civil War reenactor, sometimes you had to. Because there aren't a lot of graves up here. and you need to keep it real for the students. And as the Shema, the original Lord's Prayer, says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord God is one. I shall love the Lord with all my heart, with all my strength, with all my purpose." Soul strength and energy. Everything we do should be praised to Yeshua. Every act of kindness. And I believe that the left hand should not know what the right hand is doing. We need to focus most importantly on Yeshua and how we represent him. Because at the end of the day, we're going to hear one of two things. Either, "Well done, good and faithful servant," or "Depart from me, for I never knew you." And I don't want to be in that latter group. I remember a couple years ago, I live in a small town. And unfortunately, all the restaurants, except for Subway, and you can only eat so much Subway. We were going to a Saturday service, and we had walked to church and walked home. I was having issues not having a car. Well, we stopped at a bar and restaurant called Gumby's. And lo and behold, we had stopped at a place called Hope Gospel and got a game of Connect 4, some version of it. I forget what it's called, 4 in a row or something. And we decided to get a pizza. And lo and behold, JJ's teacher was sitting a couple tables down from us and swinging down alcohol. And the reason why they came to my town was it was far enough away. So they feel that none of their students would be there. But the damage was still done. JJ saw his teacher drinking alcohol. And about 6 months ago, JJ came to me. I'm a prepper, so I do have a bottle of vodka in the house for sanitizing surgical tools just in case I have to. And for medicinal purposes, because if I have to sew you up, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it with you being completely sober and not numb to the pain a little bit, so. But JJ asked me, was I dead? Please don't drink. I'm like, okay. He said, when mommy drinks, she gets mean. So I don't drink at all. My son asked me not to. I made a promise. I follow after my dad. There have been a lot of great things done by the past Grahowski men. But unfortunately, they did have their issues with alcohol. It always amazes me. My brother and I came from the same house, same parents, raised the same way. You got into a vice with alcohol and smoking early on. Not sure if he still smokes, but I know he deals with alcohol. He never had kids, which is missing the best part of life. So if you have vices, I recommend you get rid of them. Ask Yeshua for help. And watch my video on, I believe it's entitled, How to Get Rid of Your Bag of Sin. There is the answer to help you beat your own personal bag of sin. Well, as always, YouTube, if you found this video useful, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, this is One-Legged Prepper, out.